Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Bettina with Soul Evolution, and today I'm going to be reading for all the cardinal signs. The cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So they're the movers and the shakers. They're the ones that like to change things, the status quo. So let's take a look at what we have for Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Aries. Wow. Oh my gosh. Aries. Oh my gosh. If you are someone that watches my Instagram lives, Aries has been getting like huge cards lately, like huge readings where it's like massive life-shifting readings. So, and I see that this here once again, although like it starts out with like, okay, so you have 4 major arcana cards, and the first 3 major arcana cards are what I pulled, the first 3 cards that I pulled. So, and on the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. And I feel like right now, you're just sort of like enjoying life, following your bliss, jumping into new things, right? Trying new things on. And I really feel like this is leading you somewhere that where you're definitely in the process of having a huge transformation, but I feel like you're having fun with it. You're not making it hard. Like, there's a lot of other signs that I feel like make shadow work and like big massive changes like this that you're going through right now. They make it hard, but I feel like you're making it really fun for yourself. So the first card, the first major arcana card that you have is the High Priestess. And with the High Priestess, I feel like this is definitely a card about your intuition, like channeling messages. And the second card is the Hanged Man. So I feel like, and if you can see, like the Hanged Man is hung willingly, like to gain a new perspective. And I feel like you're definitely like, I feel like this is about like gaining spiritual enlightenment, at least like going for like gaining spiritual enlightenment. Like you're having a huge awakening right now, Aries. You also have the Death card. So like death and rebirth. And I feel like at this point, you are so ready to let go certain things out of your life, Aries. And like, it's amazing because I feel like it's all for the better. You also have the Ace of Wands. So like this new enthusiasm, this new spark of passion, right? And drive. I feel like this Ace of Wands also, it reminds me of like this High Priestess energy where it's like this third eye. And even like on this card, like all these cards that you have right now are like showing this light in this third eye. I feel like there's something that is being illuminated to you right now. And I feel like with like just taking some time to have some awareness and allowing time for messages from spirit, from the universe to come in, like I feel like you have so much psychic power at this time, and that's sort of what's really overshadowing everything else that is going on your reading. So with having all the foresight of the things that are going on, I feel like this is the other card that's coming up is this Ten of Swords, where it's like definitely packing your shit up, leaving a situation. I'm sorry, this is Ten of Wands, but like packing your shit up, leaving a situation, like you've done all that you can do, right? And you're heading into something else, okay? The Ten of Wands is when you have had such a heavy load, such a burden, and then it's almost like I feel like you are currently relieving yourself of that burden, like you've carried that shit long enough. And the 10 of Wands always goes back to the Ace of Wands. So that's that fresh, new beginning, that reinvigoration, that passion, right, is reigniting within you. The other card that you have, and that the 10 of Wands is coming between the High Priestess and the Hanged Man. So I do feel like this is something like I feel like there is a huge energetic release, and within that release, it's like bursting you open, okay, to these things. And I feel like when that happens, that you're definitely gonna need some time alone. Aries has so much energy, and I feel like there are certain signs that I am constantly pulling the same cards for, Aries, and you and the Hermit, the energy is completely opposite of an Aries, because Aries are so energetic and they're like put themselves out there. They're very social, but this Hermit card is saying like, take your time alone, explore your light within. And I feel like that, because the Hermit is coming between the Hanged Man and the Death card, and it's almost like you need to go into your, as this caterpillar that's having all these awakenings, which is actually kind of funny, because even the Hanged Man, the caterpillar analogy, is like she's hung upside down on a tree, and like and then the Hermit is coming between that and the Death card. And the Death card to me is like metamorphosis, but the Hermit is like going into your own cocoon, just allowing yourself to fall apart, but also realize like how self-reliant and how many good qualities you have. And I feel like you're gonna decide in that what stays and what goes concerning what you want to bring forward. What do you want to rebirth, okay? Because that's what the Death card is about. It's about death and rebirth. What needs to stay and what needs to go. But it's this whole process of like this withdrawal and then this re-emergence, this birth into your new life, okay? This is like a really big picture reading for you, but the next card that you have though, when you come back, is the Five of Cups, because I feel like there are going to be things that you have to let go. And I feel like this is you maybe even missing your old life. Maybe not necessarily anyone specifically. It could even be you missing your old self. Because when you, and this is, the Five of Cups is coming between the Death card and the Ace of Wands. But I feel like when you undergo this process of transformation, sometimes you mourn your old life, you mourn, and also I was just getting the word like the innocence, the naivety of not knowing, right? Because I feel like there's like, you're having like such a huge awakening right now that like you can't unsee things. You cannot unsee things right now. And I just feel like you're having so much clarity. Although I say that, and then you also have the Seven of Swords. But I feel like the Seven of Swords is concerning a person. There is somebody that can maybe confuse you. Like you might be getting like convoluted messages. This King of Wands could be another Aries, could be a Leo or a Sagittarius, could just represent a man in your life if this looks like somebody to you. But this person is a leader, right? They're fierce. They get noticed. I feel like this person has a lot of leadership qualities, but I don't feel like this might be somebody that's not necessarily honest with you all the time. With the Seven of Swords coming out right next to him, I feel like even with the Ten of, like this guy, this King of Wands, for some reason, it's not like I don't like his energy, but there's something about him where I feel like this person might be holding you back. I feel like this person might be the 10 Wands, the baggage that you're holding on to, could be. And I feel like because the King of Wands is coming between the 10 of Wands and the Hermit, so I feel like the Hermit is like, I feel like you need to take your time away from this person specifically. And I feel like you might have, I feel like this person could have like a gaslighty energy for some reason, where like they try and make you believe something that's not necessarily real, or they tell you something that like, you know, and then they try and like spin it around and turn things around on you for some reason. That's what I'm getting with this Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be a card about lying, cheating, stealing. It can have other meanings, but I kind of just feel like this gaslighty energy. And I also want to say that I don't think you're going to allow it anymore. I feel like you're going to be like, no, this is that was real, you know what I mean? And just like keep standing up to them, because I don't even know that this person is aware that they might be communicating with you in such a way that makes you question yourself, because that could be a whole other like slew of things going on with you. But I feel like you have so much clarity right now that you're not gonna allow that to happen, okay? But I feel like there is, because the Seven of Swords is coming between the Hermit and the Five of Cups. So I feel like there is something with the exploration of self and the Five of Cups, whereas there is this sadness about it where you are questioning things, okay? But at the end of the day, my friends, my little Aries friends, you have the Six of Wands, which is all about success, all about getting noticed for your hard work. Basically, like, you are being seen right now for all the hard work and the effort that you've put in and the changes that you've made. So I feel like this is a really, what a way to end the year, Aries. So anyway, good job. Love you guys. Can't wait to see the changes that are going on in your life, Aries. All right. So next, let's do Cancer. Cancer is next. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Cancer. Just get a shuffle here. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cancer. What do we have for Cancer for the month of December? Cancer. All right, Cancer. Oh. Okay. So I feel like Cancer right away, I'm seeing that there's a need for you to pretty much, like, I feel like you're putting in daily effort right now towards some goal, but it might not be necessarily the right thing for you to be going after, because I feel like there is going to be changes concerning whatever it is you are going after. So let's take a look. Oh. And on the bottom of the deck, you have Gemini's Major Arcana card. And Gemini is the sign right before you. So with astrological signs that are right before and right after us, we do have a special relationship with them, because we're teaching and learning. We're teaching from the sign that is we're learning from the sign that's after us, and we're teaching the sign that is before us. So Geminis are learning from Cancer. They're learning to have feelings, okay? So if you have a Gemini in your life, that could be relevant. But the other thing about the Lovers card is really it's about like self-love, self-acceptance. And I feel like I give that message to my Cancers so much, because sometimes you're just over giving, and sometimes you need to make sure to give a little bit to yourself. The other thing that I think is really interesting right off the bat about your reading is you had Gemini's Major Arcana card, right? And that's a sign that comes right before you. You also have Leo's Major Arcana card, which is the card, which is the sign right after you. So definitely, like, there's something about going on in this area, okay? So Leo is about putting in the daily effort, day in and day out, okay? Leo is about strength and courage, leading with your heart, right? And being committed to long-term projects. So I feel like there is something long-term that you're committed to. Although you have the Tower right next to the Strength card. And I feel like this Tower is really, the Tower card is about unexpected change. So I would be ready for something to shake you up. And I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing, because right next to that, you also have the Two of Wands, which is about leaving your comfort zone. So there is like an emphasis with like leaving your comfort zone, needing to leave your comfort zone. And I feel like these changes are happening because you might want to like really get back to basics, get back to who you are, get back to being heart-centered, being like nurtured and fulfilled on your own. Like all the love that you put out, Cancer, you need to turn that in on yourself as well. But yeah, I feel like there is some changes coming, and I feel like you just need to hold space for it and know that everything is going to be fine. With the changes that could potentially be happening, you have the Seven of Cups is coming between the Strength card and the Tower card. So I do feel like you have a lot of choices for what it is you want to do in the future. And I would say with the Seven of Cups, sometimes there are choices that aren't the best, but I feel like it's all a learning process. And I feel like maybe that is why the Tower is coming in, because maybe you made some choices that went against what you have been working towards, and maybe it wasn't aligned with what you really want and your vision for the future. The other thing that's coming in between the Tower and the Two of Wands, to clarify, is the Hierophant. So the Tower is really serving a spiritual purpose. Like, the Tower happens when we need change. We need change in our life, and we are being stubborn and not going for something. And the universe comes in and helps us out with that. So I feel like there is something that needed to change, and it really is, it might be something so simple, but it's something that causes a big internal shift. It could be about a move. It could be about traveling or something like that, especially with the Two of Wands right next to it. But the Tower is coming in as a tool for spiritual enlightenment, okay? And there could be some something about like community and church around that where they are supporting you. The other thing that is beautiful in your reading, I think, is this Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is coming in, which I love to see with the Tower, because this right here is like a new beginning, a fresh start, okay? And again, I do feel like with the Tower and this Ace of Pentacles, that combination to me kind of says it could be about moving, could be a new job, but it's something in your material world that could be changing. And the Ace of Pentacles is like a new offering, okay? With the Ace of Pentacles though, and I actually love her depiction in this because it is like a little seedling, and you can see the roots growing through the fingers. And this little seedling needs to be nurtured, okay? So if it is a new job or a new career or something like that, you have this new opportunity, but you actually have to pursue it and do things to water and nurture your little seed there to make it grow. Which, speaking of growing, you have the Empress as well. And the Empress, as you can see, this is a very motherly, nurturing energy, okay? And she's obviously growing a big belly, which is the Earth, okay? While the Empress is like this motherly energy, she is like pregnant with ideas. She's full of creation. That is her energy. The Empress is associated with the planet Venus, which is all about art, love, beauty. And to me, when I get the Empress card, like as my daily card, I really feel like it's about like time to take a self-care day, you know? So, and I have already mentioned that to you, so I'm not going to beat it up, but I do feel like there's an emphasis on caring for yourself. And I feel like when you do care for yourself, the Empress is coming between that Seven of Cups and the Hierophant. So I feel like there is going to be some clarity about what decisions you want to make moving forward with the Empress, okay? Now, the other thing that's happening between the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Five of Cups. And I feel like this Five of Cups is here because it's like this longing for the past. I feel like with the Tower, you might lose something that you don't necessarily want to lose. So, and I feel like there's a certain like sadness with the Five of Cups here. But I feel like it's coming between the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles. So it's actually like a really good things moving forward. It's just like, I feel like you have some feelings about the past that like maybe you miss things. And I feel like if you just turn around and focus on the future, I say focus as my camera finally focuses, because they're right behind her. There's this cup full of like goodness and light and good things, but she's focusing on all these empty cups and this hole that is just like not being able to be filled. Okay. Now, the card that we're ending with in your reading is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is about basically being prepared for opportunities when they come around. So it's like if you put in effort to the things that you want, those opportunities are going to find you because you're matching the vibration of those opportunities and you're preparing yourself for those opportunities to come in. So I feel like there is a new beginning for you. There is definitely some unexpected change, but I feel like you really just need to prepare really for the life that you want in the future. So I would get clear and focused on what it is you want to bring in and start making like steps towards those goals. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here. And next we are going to do Libra. Libra is next. Libra. Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. What do we have for Libra for the month of December? Oh, that one just jumped right out. Wow, definitely gaining some clarity. Definitely having some clear thoughts. Gaining a new perspective. Okay. So, dang, Libra. When it comes to you, I feel like you're not only do you have like this gift of intuition and like this psychic ability coming in right now, you may even be getting messages from spirit. I feel like you know exactly how to use it. Okay. You have the High Priestess with the Queen of Swords, and Queen of Swords, it is very clear and focused and determined, right? And I just feel like you have the foresight of intuition on your side this month with exactly like, I feel like it's almost as if you're being guided by spirit. You may even be getting messages, but like you are very clear and focused and determined on your path. You also have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like you have a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy and passion going into this new direction with what it is you're pursuing. Okay. So like that, I just feel like you're on fire for the beginning of the month. And I feel like you're not letting anybody like stand in your way. There's other things coming up here, but you also have the Hermit. So I feel like this is some big energy, and I feel like you kind of have to go in hermit mode and just keep to yourself a little bit and be working towards your goals. I think that there's a need for you to be a little bit private, a little bit reserved, and not, even though you're like so excited about, like, I feel like you're really excited about like some new direction. I feel like there's a part of you that it's almost like I get this energy where you need to keep it to yourself a little bit, but also you need to like go within and sort of like ground the energy. And also like, I think you need to hype yourself up a little bit. Like you're already hyped up about whatever the thing is, but I feel like you could be having a little bit of self-doubt about it, and taking some time to yourself and really like honoring all the things that you've been through thus far, and realizing how self-reliant and how resourceful you can be is really going to help you like move forward this month. The other thing that is coming in for you, I'll take them one at a time. Between the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords, you're getting the Devil. And I feel like that while there's temptation coming in, it's almost like there's this temptation that's going to come in and be like, hey, come this way. But I feel like with the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords energy, you're like you're going to recognize it right away. And you're not even going to mess with that guy. You're going to know that it's a test. Okay. If the Devil did come in with the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords, I would say that it would be something that is more self-inflicted, where you're like, you know what, I'm not going to work on that right now. Instead, I'm going to like watch a movie and drink a bottle of wine or something like that. But I feel like you have so much determination and focus right now that you're not going to allow that to happen. You're not going to let the temptation to just not do anything creep in. I feel like you're going to be taking care of business before you relax. I feel like, especially with these other energies happening. So the other thing that's coming in, and this is the thing, balance. Justice. This is your card, and this card is right in the center of all the other cards in the reading. So I do feel like there's a lot of balance happening for you right now. And what's funny is the Devil card is right next to this Justice card. And I feel like on one hand, yes, you need to relax. If you need to watch a movie and drink some wine and just enjoy yourself and kick back, do that. All I'm saying is do it knowing that it's balanced with this other work and these other goals that you have in mind, okay? So that's coming in, balancing. And on the other side, this is exactly why I say balance it with work, because you have the temptation of like leisurely activities, right? And then you have on the other side, this Six of Pentacles, which Six of Pentacles can be a card about charity. But I feel like this card is mostly coming in like representing the exchange and flow of money. And for you, I feel like that is about like putting in the work. I feel like work-life balance for that row of cards there. So the next cards that are coming in the next row, between the Devil and the Justice card, okay, you also have the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is about holding strong boundaries, okay? About not giving up. So, and that to me, I feel like that could be even involve other people. So with the Devil card and the Justice card, it's pretty much reiterating what I said about like, okay, I'm going to do X amount of work. I'm going to get this stuff done and then I can relax. Okay. But it's also like, hey, don't be tempted to ignore your responsibilities is sort of what I'm really feeling on that. The other card that's coming in between the Justice and the Six of Pentacles is this Six of Cups. So you have two sixes. The Six of Cups is a card about nostalgia. And I feel like with this reinvigoration of this energy, the Six of Cups can be a card about like a second chance at something that you maybe didn't get to do before. And maybe that's why there's so much clarity and passion and focus coming into it, but then also a little bit of self-doubt. And that's also why there needs to be strong boundaries and stuff, because maybe there's a reason why it didn't work out before. So what you're ending on here, and I almost want to say like this is your focus card, okay? You have the Hanged Man. And I feel like with the Hanged Man, it's funny when I was talking about the Devil and like this work and life balance, because I feel like with the Hanged Man is definitely about making sacrifices, right? Making sacrifices for the life that you want, for the new things that you want to bring in, right? The Hanged Man is hung willingly to gain a new perspective. And I feel like that is I feel like you have already gained a new perspective. It might still be needing to be solidified because a little edge of self-doubt. But I feel like you're really motivated, and I feel like you need to I feel like it's just about maintaining the motivation to like keep going in the direction that you're going, to have that clear vision. I also feel like with the Hermit and the Hanged Man, like this is like she is realizing her own light and her own potential here. And I feel like it's just amplified and clarified, and like the direction that you're going is gonna make more sense the more you put in and dedicate yourself to the work, really. So that's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you for being here. And next I'm gonna do Capricorn. All right, let's do the shuffle for Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign for the month of December. What is happening for Capricorn? A lot of people ending things this month. Everybody has had so many different cards, but also a lot of endings have come up. So, wow, Capricorn. Let's see. You have a couple people coming up in your reading, too. And I feel like this could even... Let's see. All right. And I feel like your ending is like really for the best, long term. Okay. Again, this is for the month of December. So you're starting out, Capricorn, this month with the Ten of Swords. And I feel like this could be, I feel like Aries got this card also, Ten of Swords in the first. Someone had this card in the first, but Ten of Swords definitely represents something dead, done, over, right? You're moving on to a much brighter future. Ten of Swords is like, it's like between genius and insanity, but at the end of it, you have so much clarity, okay, with the Ten of Swords. And then you have the King of Pentacles. This definitely can be your energy, Capricorn, right? You see he's focused on that pentacle. But the King of Pentacles, often depicted as the older gentleman, really represents that you have everything that you need and desire. The King of Pentacles has built up his home, his family, his career, like he has had it all. And also I just love that he's like smiling and joyful because he's had such a full life. So it really represents that you are at this place in your life where you have everything that you've worked for it though too, Capricorn, I want to say. The other card that you're getting in the first row is Temperance. And Temperance is associated with Archangel Michael, although I don't really do I don't really get into that much, but with the Temperance is also associated with all the kings. And it really shows me that you're like stepping into this mastery. I feel like there's something that you overcome with the Ten of Swords where you're stepping into this mastery. You have the King of Pentacles and Temperance. Temperance is the last card that is associated. It's the last major arcana card that is associated with the material world. And then the next row of major arcana cards are all about the super conscious. So I feel like you have definitely had some mastery over the material world. The other thing about Temperance is it's about balancing, it's about balance, harmony, and balancing and harmonizing opposites, right? So bringing in opposite energies and like integrating them, okay? The other thing in your first row is this Two of Swords. And I feel like with this Two of Swords, there's still some confusion about maybe where you're going with a partner or something like this. I just feel like actually what I'm really getting is maybe there's a choice that needs to be made. You have another 2 in your second row coming up. In your second row, you have the 2 of Wands, actually. And 2s really, the energy of 2 really represents like a choice or polarity. Something needs to change a little bit. With the 2 of Swords, it is directly about a decision that needs to be made most often. So trying to gain clarity about what direction you want to pick. But this 2 of Wands energy, I actually really like it. It's coming out between the 10 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. And this 2 of Wands is about planning for the future. It's about the need to leave your comfort zone, but I feel like you're having big ideas about what the possibilities are in the future. And I feel like you're ready for a change, okay? Especially starting the month out with that 10 of Swords energy, because I feel like you're really stepping into something new, and you've had some bit of mastery, right, with the King and the Temperance card. So there are 2 court cards coming in, and oftentimes court cards do represent people, or they can be some aspect of yourself. These court cards, I actually feel like these do represent other people. The King of Cups could represent your energy. The Knight of Pentacles, I think, and what's funny to note about this, I mean, it's not the Knight of, the Page of Cups, and then you have the King of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups is definitely a younger person, probably someone that looks up to you, but this is about a dreamy, fanciful energy, okay? This is someone that is artistic and creative, but they could be young and naive, right? And this could be some aspect of your own personality, or it could be a younger person around you that looks up to you. So I feel like if it is a part of your personality, that makes sense with the 2 of Wands, because I feel like you're in this planning, manifesting energy, trying to figure out what it is you want, how you want to move forward, and things like that. Now with the King of Cups, I feel like this is partially your energy, where it's like you're very anchored and grounded, right? The King of Cups has mastered his emotions. If not, that could be someone around you. And don't get caught up with the gender. The Page and the King of Cups it could be male or female. But the King of Cups is somebody that has their emotions in check. They're very emotionally intelligent. In fact, sometimes the King of Cups can be even more logical than like the King of Swords, right? Because he has his emotions under so much control. So both of these signs are overgiving. But the interesting thing about it is the Page of Cups represents like this young, naive energy. And the King of Cups is someone that is older and experienced, and they know things, right? So what's coming out between the 2 of Wands and the Page of Cups is the 5 of Swords. And it's almost like, I feel like the 2 of Wands and the Page of Cups could be part of, you as a Capricorn are very realistic. The 2 of Wands and the Page of Cups are sort of like 2 cards that could be potentially, especially together, about creatively manifesting what you want to come in the future. And it's almost like those 2 energies are the antidote to this 5 of Swords, because this 5 of Swords is like you being very much in your head, like I feel like you're thinking too much about how am I going to make this happen, rather than like, this can happen. It can just happen. And like, you know, like something fanciful, or maybe like you're not thinking outside of the box because you're so logical and you want to plan it rather than just trusting and allowing, right? So I feel like there's some element of like allowing and opening up to receive here, okay? Now, the other thing that's happening between the Page of Cups and the King of Cups is the Ace of Pentacles. There's some new, fresh energy coming in. And for some of you, this could be something about some generational thing, because I feel like the Page of Cups and the King of Cups could be like a mother-daughter, father-son, could even be like a grandparent and grandchild combination. But I feel like there's some generational gift that is being passed down. The Ace of Pentacles is about a new beginning, like whether that's a new home, it's a new offering of some material sort, a new job, could even be like the seed of an inheritance, like, or some idea. But whatever it is, it does still need nourish. It still needs sun and water and to grow and expand beyond what it is. And also December, we just had the new moon in Sagittarius, and we are officially in Sagittarius season for the month of December. So I feel like there is a lot of expansion that can happen this month for you. Also, the Temperance card that you had next to the King of Pentacles is also associated with Sagittarius. So if you have a Sagittarius around you, that's amazing. They could be your good luck charm, but also it is just a good month or time to absorb that good luck energy and like get into it. And especially for you, your final card, which I feel like is your focus card for this month, is the Sun card. And of course, this is about getting as much in the sun as much as you can. But this is about like really embracing the future, embracing, like I feel like there's going to be a lot of things illuminated for you, and your path is going to be very clear in what direction you want to head next, okay? Also, the Sun card is just, it feels so good, right? You see she's here like dancing, hands thrown up, like just embracing, living her best life. And I feel like that's the energy that is available to you this month, Capricorn, if you choose to embrace it. And I feel like really letting go and having this release of whatever this past thing was that you had to move on for, it was really detrimental to your happiness and being able to move forward in the best way possible. So thank you for joining. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and thanks for your time.